Yo, what's going on, YouTube family? K-Soul's back here with another video, and boy, there's fire on the mountain. Hey, listen, what's going on with a lot of these marriages, man? What's going on? What's going on with the world today and relationships between men and women? Like, a few days ago, I went on social media and I saw Cardi B going off, which I'm going to show you. I'm going to give you some highlights of what she was saying. But basically, what it's making me feel like now is like, does marriage work in this day and age, especially if you're rich? Because people are just breaking up left, right, and center. It's getting messy. People are using social media to vent. Yeah, we're all sharing each other's dirty laundry and secrets, and it's just a scary thing. Like, this is a perfect way to discourage people from getting married. So I really want to explore that. But story is that, Cardi B and Offset going through divorce, and he's gone for spousal support. Yeah, which I'm not sure if it happens in the UK, but I know in America, definitely, if, I don't know, you've gone into a marriage and maybe your lifestyle has been enhanced, and you're used to more money, and now you break up with someone and your lifestyle may drop, or maybe they have more money than you. In certain situations you can get spousal support, which is basically kind of like a child support payment, but for your spouse or your ex-spouse, where you just get some extra money so you can maintain a certain level of lifestyle. Apparently, he's hit back saying, I think he hit the Breakfast Club saying that he only did that because Cardi B was coming for his finances, and the way to defend it is by hitting back with some spousal support. Yeah, don't know how true all that is, and I'm not here to dispute or criticize anyone. I'm here to actually discuss marriage. But before I do, check out this Cardi B clip.
Listen up, y'all listening? Listen up. The fact that I'm waking up right now, right? The fact that I'm waking up right now to see that this fuck nigga and his fuck ass team, I know it's not his team. I know it's his bitch ass. Gonna tell the Breakfast Club the only reason why this motherfucker asking for spousal support, because I was asking for everything. Because I was asking for everything, and because I don't be with my kids. Yo, you such a fucking pussy ass nigga. Word to my mother. I want you to die, but I want you to die fucking slow, nigga. When you die, nigga, I want you to die slow in the bed. And while you die, nigga, you gotta think of me. Let me tell y'all something, right? When I first filed for fucking child support, my lawyer filed for child support. When I first filed for divorce, my lawyer filed for shit. And this nigga started spazzing, right? So I told my lawyer, what's that shit called? There's a renew divorce paper, right? And in the renewed divorce paper, um, I asked for no child support. I didn't ask for no child support because I want to be done with this marriage. Like, I feel like I'm tied up. I asked for no child support. Kiari is allowed to see my kids. There is not one day that he's not allowed to see my kids. Okay? He stood up my kids 3 times. He have seen Blossom only like 5 times. Okay? And I've been trying to save your face. But for you, stop playing saying that I don't be seeing my fucking kids. Stop playing because you don't want to look like a less of a bitch ass nigga. All right. If I keep you away from the kids, right? All right. You talk to the kids almost every single day. You call the kids every single day. I allow you to talk to the kids every single day. If I allow you to talk to the kids, why would I not allow you not to see the kids? It was a point that he was making a big deal like, oh, I'm not going to go to New York to see the kids because I'm not going to be seeing my kids in a hotel room. All right. I was like, all right, so you could see him in my mom's house. You still made it a big deal. And I love my daughter so much. Yo, if I'm lying, my kids could die if I'm lying. I said, you know what? To make it easier for you, you could see the kids in my house. Just because I want my daughter to feel the love of her dad. Because I want my kids to have that love of their dad. I want the love of both parents, even if we're not together. Also, the last time we seen the kids was in March on Cody's birthday. Okay? You're in the Atlanta house. You're in the Atlanta house right now. And your bitch be going over there. And I want you, and you know what's so crazy? I be wanting to go over there and clap shit the fuck up. Cause at the end of the day, I'm paying for the bill and that shit. Cause you haven't paid shit for a whole year. But you know what? You harass me so much with my when I be with my nigga that I just want peace. I want peace. You want to be with your bitch in this house? Alright, fine. Just please leave me alone. I just want niggas to leave me the fuck alone. I just want to be left alone. I want to be free. What, baby, whatever the fuck you want, I'll give it to you. I just want to be free. I don't want to be called 40,000 times threatening me, and threatening me. And I've been trying to protect your image. But you asking me for spousal support. And it's like, wow, that's some real bitch nigga shit. You trying to make it seem like because I'm a bad mom. Well, when you tell niggas that I'm a bad mom, make sure you tell niggas that Cardi B, Belcalis Marlenis Manzar is paying 50,000 a fucking month for her kids. Cause you don't help me with nothing. Go tell the people when's the last time you seen your fucking kids. And you know what you did? You know what you did? You know what you fucking did? You coerced my daughter. You did a video and you keep threatening about this video. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I take a picture every single day. I can tell y'all every single day where I be at. At work. You coerce my daughter to say on FaceTime, oh, I miss my mommy. She's never here. She this, and that. And every single day you threaten me with that video. Like if I don't be busting my ass for them motherfucking kids, nigga. The fuck? Fuck ass nigga. And you know I was gonna stay quiet. But you're not gonna be sitting here in the industry trying to say that I'm a fuck mom. Nigga, I'll bust my ass for these fucking kids. And you haven't helped me with shit for a year. You need help. You need to go to fucking, I don't know where you need that. You need some help. I've been giving you grace because I know you're not mentally well. I've been giving you some grace because I know you're not mentally well. But enough, motherfucker. Enough. I gave you cars too. You gave me the Rolls Royce truck. You gave me the Lamb truck. The day that I bought my Maybach, the Maybach was $170,000, and I didn't have the $70,000 that day. I had to get it the next day. So you just put the $70,000. You want those cars so bad, bitch, you could get it. But then you want to talk about the houses. You want to talk about the houses? First of all, my Jersey house, I bought that shit. And you tell me myself, if you buy a house in Jersey, I'm not helping you think because I don't want a house up north. I bought that shit with my sweat and tears. The Atlanta house. The Atlanta house, you have put me with the bill the last year. You left me the last year. You have left me with the kids' bill. Y'all want to know what's the kids' bills? Start adding. My kids got their own driver. The kids' driver is on a retainer for $10,000 a month. Damn. Approach your school this year. You didn't pay for it. That's $45,000. My cousin babysits Wave and Culture. She gets paid $3,000 a week. The nanny was $700 a day, but because she's only staying in the daytime, $500. Don't call me. Nobody call me. The baby's nanny is $500 a day now because she's not staying the whole day. Culture and Wave gets tutoring 4 times a week. Culture pianos class. That's 300 an hour, and she gets piano class 3 times a week. I'm not sure how much is gymnastic and weight boxing classes, but I pay that too. And you have left me with that bill for a whole year. Have I asked you? Have I asked you for anything? This is not even including food. So my kids have a personal chef that come from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. that I pay for because people in my house don't have time to cook. My cousin don't have time to cook. My mom that be helping with the kids don't have time to cook. So I need a chef. So my kids eat whatever the fuck they want because thanks to me. Also, my house have a security in front because our daughter constantly used to get threats, death threats. So I have a security 24 hours in front of my house, which I pay as well. And you don't help me with none of it. My nigga always tells me, yo, I don't want you to address nothing anymore. And I be trying to keep it cute. But for you to call the Breakfast Club and be like, oh, the reason why I'm asking for spousal support is because she wants everything. Everything like what? The gifts that you gave me? Bitch, you want it back? All right, so give me the gifts that I gave you back. Money for the house for Atlanta? Fine, we could split that. My house in Jersey, I bought it myself, so you're not getting shit from my house that I work my ass off. Anything for the kids. All I ask is for you to spend time with them, and you haven't spent no time with them.
It's wild, isn't it? And we gotta ask ourselves, why are like so much marriages breaking up, and why is there so much divorce and stuff? Why is it so easy for people to cheat nowadays? I think everywhere you go, you see potentials, and that's the problem. In our phone that we have in our hands, you can press a button. It's not really a button, is it? You can press the screen in different places, and there's loads of different apps where you could just see women. And not only that, you can just start talking within seconds. You can wake up and talk to a woman, or women can talk to men, whatever it is. Like, it's so easy, especially if you've got some money in your pocket, just to get opportunists. I don't think a lot of people respect marriage that much anymore. Like the Adam and Eve story, we've always got a shiny fruit dangling in front of us, and it's like, do you take it, do you not? But everything around the fruit is advising you to take it, and then a lot of people fall victim into that. The world's just changed, and we don't really value traditional rules anymore. You got this argument when it comes to men that we got higher testosterone, and it's not personal, but men have to get their shit off. Do you get what I'm saying? But arguably, you have girls doing the same thing. So is that just human behavior? Like, are we meant to be tied down with one person? Now, I'm asking these questions, but obviously my beliefs growing up, especially coming from a Christian background, is that you should have marriage and you should have a family and everything. But trying to do that in the world of today is so hard. And the question is that the enemy, infiltrating the system? Are we all just falling into temptation and completely losing control of ourselves? Because think about it, all of what that does is it just brings a whole load of problems. All these problems come from a couple mistakes. Like, you can cheat, you can violate your marriage, and then you've got a whole load of problems, and sometimes it's just not worth it. It's hard enough to see a partner move on, and we've been seeing that in recent events with the Papoose and Remy Ma situation. Now the Cardi B and Offset. Obviously Cardi B has been seen with another guy, and she looks like she's living life and enjoying, and then that could cause all the stuff that comes with a divorce. It could cause it to get really messy, and that's what we're seeing. And look, she's wilding out, as you heard in that clip. She's wilding out. So it's like, at the end of the day, is it all worth it? Because she may be wilding out, but obviously, if, let's just say, Offset is doing what he's doing, and with all the spousal support and making the divorce a bit harder, if he's doing all of that because he's triggered, it's just Do you see what I'm saying? It just gets messy, and then there's kids involved. Like when you get married, a lot of people, they have children, and then now you're getting them involved in their mess, and then now that's causing trauma for them, and then you know what I'm saying, it's like a lot of back and forths. Like it's just crazy. It's crazy. And you know what I think is also crazy is that all the legal battles you have to face after, or when you're settling your divorce or whatever, it's just long. And I think some of the things are quite unfair. The main thing I believe in, right, is child support. I think that you should always look after the children. Like if you're a man and you've split up with a woman and you have kids, she shouldn't have to do it alone. Do you know what I mean? Financially. But the numbers sometimes I hear in America are crazy, what some of these athletes and rich people are paying. Yeah, it's crazy. And it's like you got to do that for 18 years, do you know what I mean? Till they're adults. Yeah. And I'm not sure if I agree with how they calculate it, because they say obviously you have to keep up a lifestyle for a child. So if you're rich now and you split up with someone who maybe weren't rich without you, you still have to maintain that lifestyle for the kid, which technically means you're maintaining the lifestyle for the woman, because obviously the woman will have to maintain that lifestyle and provide it for the kids. She's going to have to level up herself, but that's probably through your money. I think I agree with the child support, but I'm not fully sure if I think that just because someone's rich they have to pay. I believe they should pay a handsome amount. I don't think the focus should actually be to keep up with the Joneses. Maybe if the father's not in the child's life or is refusing to see them, then that's a bit different. That's a bit mad if they know themselves to be rich and then all of a sudden you leave and they're not rich no more. But as long as the father's playing an active role in the kid's life and the kid's always coming to the father's house and still experiencing a good lifestyle, then why should they have to pay such a big bill? Yeah. Also, this spousal support thing, I personally, as a man, wouldn't request it. I mean, it's easy to say now. I'm just a normal guy living, but I don't know how it would be if I've had a taste of real money and it's like now I have to go back to the trenches. But we all know in this situation, Offset's got money. Like he's got money. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think he'll have to go to the trenches. But maybe he's protecting his money by doing this. I don't know. Do you get what I'm saying? But my point is, I don't agree with a man chasing spousal support, and I'm not talking about him, just talking about the whole concept of what it is. Sometimes there are certain reasons why people do things, and we can judge from the point of public opinion, but we'll never know unless we're in the situation. Most men will, I would expect, wouldn't want spousal support. Do you know what I'm saying? But, you know, some people don't care, some people do, some people will take it, and I guess money is money. Do you know what I mean? All of these things that are going on in the media and the high divorce rate and the messiness that comes after marriage is just making me think that, or question, does marriage actually work in 2025, especially if you have money? And it takes me back to a clip that I saw from a guy called Paul Pierce, who said marriage is for poor people. Is that true? Check out what he's saying.
Marriage is for old people and poor people.
Why?
Because when you broke, our parents, like my moms and all them, they married on a merit of like, okay, we're gonna put our incomes together, have all these kids. And now when you get old, somebody that to be by your side to take care of you. She got married when she was 70. It was perfect. She had somebody by her side the whole way through.
So do you?
I really believe that. Like that's what, like outside of that, it's no advantage to a man. Why is marriage an advantage? What advantage?
I could look at this two ways, right? Firstly, a lot of successful men that are well put together and present well are married. And sometimes they even benefit off that marriage image, like just the image of being a husband, a man with discipline, all of these things. Do you know what I mean? So, does that mean that his statement isn't true? But on the flip side of that, if you are rich and married and it goes wrong, it can get really messy because there's loads of assets and finances to discuss, and then people will be, doing tick for tat when it comes to the money, and you're now fighting. This is a thing from the enemy that wants us to believe that if you're rich, you shouldn't get married. I think that's why they say that money is the root to all evil, because it clouds a lot of judgments and it gets in the way of things, especially because it's the main thing that helps us live in this life. Do you know what I mean? So there's pros and cons to both sides of it. But what I will say, that I actually think, you know how a lot of people would say, oh, before I get married, or especially men, I want to be set up, I want money, I want peace, I want to be able to look after my family, all of this. This is the narrative that a lot of us men run with, right? But actually, I think it's the other way around. I think if you have money, you're more at risk. So you have to be more careful with who you marry. Do you know what I mean? I think it's harder, especially if you meet someone that's not as rich as you, or you meet someone that's average and then you're rich. It's more of a risk because they could play a whole game and make sure the marriage ends so they can get money. Do you get what I'm saying? You can get used. It's crazy. Whereas actually, if you're two people living a normal life and are ready to build together, like, I don't think you're going to run into so much of a messy divorce if it happens. And maybe you're more likely to have a genuine love because it's not about money. There's no money. Do you get what I'm saying? You're just sailing through and you're building together. And even if you get there and you build together, it's going to be easier to split because one person won't be thinking, well, I had this before, or you, and I don't want to give you anything. Whereas if you both know and you're both like sane people, right? You should be happy to say, okay, let's divorce. We've developed these assets. Now let's split it 50-50. Or you take this and I take that. Do you get what I'm saying? I think it's easier for people that actually start off on the grind and get married than people that get rich and then get married. And it's even worse when you're rich and it's one-sided. So maybe you're rich and then the person you marry isn't rich. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's my conclusion on that. So I would say, yeah, to sum up, like, I think people need to just be honest with themselves. It is harder to be married and maintain a marriage in 2025. But I think if you've got your mind right and you're ready to practice discipline, then it could still work. Why not? You should be able to build a bond that nothing can break. Do you know what I mean? No matter where the world goes. So I would just say, now more than ever, people need to really be honest with themselves and be careful and make sure they are ready to get married. Like, if you know yourself and you know deep down you want to be out here doing a madness, don't get married. Because at the end of the day, you're going to bring hurt to someone else. Knowing fully well that you're not willing to stay faithful, you're going to hurt someone. And then also you can affect a whole family, especially if you have kids. It comes with a lot of mess. Trust me. Like, it's crazy. And yeah, I think we can learn from this situation. So man, just be ready, man. Just even like, forget age, forget if you see friends getting married and you think, oh, I should be doing this. Don't do it for all of that. Do it because you found someone and you believe you can spend the rest of your life with them and you're ready to be a spouse, whether that's a husband or a wife. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think like marriage still works? Do you think people should get married? Because another thing I will say is, what's the real difference between being married and signing papers comparing to being together and being locked in for life, but you're not actually married, but you are both genuinely in love with each other, you want to stay together, you just missed out the faff. Like, I would always support marriage, like, because of my beliefs, but what I would say is that the truth is, paperwork always gets in the way of things in this life. People use paperwork to fight for legal battles, for all of these things, and it's usually always messy. So if people stop focusing on paperwork and actually focused on connection and bond and all of that, maybe life wouldn't be the way it is now. Because I think even back in the day, it would have been harder. There's not an incentive for splitting up. I think right now, there's an incentive for divorce. Do you get what I'm saying? It's another way to either get revenge on your partner if they've done you wrong in the relationship, or to just be petty. Whereas the best thing is to listen, you get into something, it don't work out, you go your separate ways. If there's children involved, you still support the children. Do you know what I mean? But paperwork is what puts a lot of men off and is what makes the thing get messy. Back home in my country, Nigeria, and a lot of African countries actually, we have what they call a traditional marriage. And that's not to do with paperwork. That's just to do with bringing two families together and both confirming in front of the families. Basically, you ask for, as a man, you would ask for their daughter and you would bring what they call dowry, which is you're basically, it sounds mad, but you're basically paying for the daughter. But it's not as simple as just paying. It's bringing gifts to a family to show appreciation for their daughter and your commitment to the daughter. And you just kind of get the family's blessing. And once you've got that blessing, you celebrate, you eat together, and yeah, you've done a traditional wedding. Do you know what I mean? It's not about paperwork. It's just about bringing two families together. Even with that, that's still a form of getting married. So when we say to get married, does it actually have to mean signing paperwork? That's a question. So what do you guys think of that? And do you feel that marriage still works? Or do you feel like, you know what, all that has passed in this modern world, it's always going to lead to a divorce? Because I think the rate now, the divorce rate is like 50-50 basically. Like 50% of people that get married get divorced. Like, what the hell? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man, like, comment, subscribe.